Are you starting to freak out about all of the travel restrictions because you're wanting to take a vacation this year, but you're a little bit nervous about how you're going to do it and keep up with all of the craziness that's happening nowadays? Well, you're in the right place because today we're going to cover 5 ways to have less stress when planning your vacation and on your vacation. Let's go ahead and dive in with number one, and that is monitoring travel restrictions. Now, this is vital because, as you know, travel restrictions are literally changing day to day. And with the Delta variant increasing numbers, your home country might be on the green list one day and the amber or red list another day. So it is an ongoing situation that you need to monitor. So not just monitoring at the beginning when you decide, okay, this is where I want to go. What's the travel restrictions? Am I willing to do those things? Because some of them have to have pre-authorization and curfews and quarantines and everything else. So look at the place you want to go and make sure you're willing to do those travel restrictions. If you are, then keep watching it all the way up to your vacation, and then keep watching it once you go on vacation. Because like I said, it changes day to day, and you don't want it to change between when you book the trip and go on the trip. And you also don't want it to change between when you leave for your trip and while you're gone, have something crazy happen, and then everything goes to hell because something changed and now you're stranded or something goes terribly wrong. Number two is to plan ahead. Now, this involves making reservations every possible place you can. If you can buy a ticket ahead of time, buy the tickets ahead of time, make your appointments ahead of time. Look through all of the things you're wanting to do on your vacation and make sure you are either reserving it, booking it, buying a ticket for it, making an appointment for it. Plan as much as you can before you go. Because of the situation everywhere, there is limited capacities, there are limited hours. So if you show up to the place you want to go and it's already booked up or it's already closed or something happens, it's just not worth the risk this year. This year is the year that you really want to plan ahead and do as much as you can ahead of time. Number three is logistics. I made a video about that and I'll link that somewhere here. But basically, you want to visualize your entire vacation and think of all the tiny little details that would make a huge difference. For instance, when you leave from your home airport, making sure you're planning to get there early, but once you're there, is there a first class lounge you could utilize, whether you buy a day pass or if you don't already have access to the lounge, or another way of making your airport experience more comfortable? Could you ship your luggage ahead of time so that you're not lugging it through the airports? When you get to your destination, do you have transportation arranged for you already? Do you know exactly how you're going to get to your hotel? And so on and so forth. So think through every single day and consider all the tiny little logistics that will make your vacation far smoother. Number four kind of leads from that, and that is organization. This is the year that you need to be the most organized you've ever been in your entire life. And if you are not a particularly organized person, then get help. Whether it's from a travel agent or from a friend that's super organized, we've created some resources as well that will help you to first remember everything you need to remember and keep track of all of the different things that you need to plan for. It has budgets, itinerary guides, worksheets, everything that you need in order to keep everything all in one place, keep it organized. So whether it's using a resource like that, or like I said, a travel agent or a friend or something, you need to be the most organized you've ever been in your life. And on that note, also print everything out. Bring hard copies of your vaccine or your test, your negative tests. Bring printed copies of your hotel reservations. If you've bought tickets to any attractions, bring printed copies of those. And then also have the digital copy on your phone. The more redundancy you build in, the better. So like I said, channel the most organized person you've ever met in your life. That is who you need to be this year to make sure that your vacation is far less stressful. And then the final piece to this puzzle is to buy travel insurance. Now, there are some situations where you can get away without it. And those would be if you're going domestically, if you've bought airline tickets that are refundable, or you have a hotel reservation that's refundable. And your health insurance, and the reason I say domestically is if your health insurance would help you if you're in another state and you get sick or you get hurt, if your health insurance would cover you in that situation. However, if there's a chance you might need to cancel and it's not refundable for some reason, or you're going to a foreign country where your health insurance is not going to help you, or there's a chance that your personal items, luggage, and passports, wallets, things like that might get lost or stolen. You might get hurt and need air evacuation. If there's another COVID spike and you need to get out of the country, or you need help, maybe you get COVID and you have to quarantine in that other country and they want you to be there for 2 weeks and you need help paying for those extra 2 weeks that you didn't plan for in the first place. Those are all reasons why you would want to have travel insurance. I always recommend you buy from a third-party travel insurance company, because one of the other things that can happen is your travel provider, your airline, your cruise line, your hotel, might go under and might go bankrupt. And if you've bought insurance through them, it won't cover you. So that's why I always recommend getting a third-party travel insurance, so that way it covers just in case that happens. A couple of the things you need to look for in your travel insurance is make sure that it does have some COVID protections. There are some carriers out there that either A, don't offer COVID protection at all, or it's an extra rider you need to add to it. It's an extra policy that needs to be added. There are others, and one that we recommend that does have it built into the policy. So make sure you're looking for those things. And then the other thing to look for is what activities it covers, and also what activities it doesn't cover. Because there's a lot of insurance companies out there that don't cover little things, like if you go hiking and twist an ankle, or you go kayaking or something like that. Those things aren't covered on every policy. So make sure you're reading the fine print and you know exactly what it covers and exactly what it doesn't. We have one that we recommend because it does include COVID coverage in their regular policies, and it does include coverage for all of the different activities you can think of, not just the little ones, but also the big ones if you go bungee jumping or skydiving or scuba diving or something like that. And I'll link that below if you're interested, but if you look at any other policy, just make sure you're checking for those things as well. Alrighty, so those are the 5 ways to have less stress this year. If you are planning a vacation this year, I have these videos here that will help you to plan that vacation. And other than that, I want to thank you so much for stopping by. Have a great vacation, stress-free vacation, and I will see you on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.